I am, for the most part, an Alliance ship's pilot. I've flown the Chieftain extensively, and in Wings I've been flying the Challenger primarily. The reason I fly Alliance ships primarily has to do with my historical control scheme. I used to fly in a very weird mouse and throttle setup, and in that setup I had a very hard time using roll. And see, the Alliance ships do actually pretty well in combat even without having to roll, as their yaw is very good and they're very agile and maneuverable with their thrusters. On the flip side, the Krait Mk2 is a ship that pretty much requires your ability to roll, as it is what I call a roll and pitch type of ship, as opposed to the Alliance ships which I call yaw and pitch, in terms of how you fly them. Nevertheless, the Krait Mk2 has a reputation of being an excellent combat ship, and so I decided to try one and see how it went, now that I have changed to full mouse and keyboard controls. The results, in short, have been absolutely excellent. I've taken the ship out to see if I could do a no-hit Hydra with it using only basic ammunition. And the answer is, I can actually do it without too much effort, and I would have done it had it not been for the fact that I made a silly mistake on the 6th heart of the Hydra. So what have I learned? And keep in mind, these are personal preferences that pertain to the way I fly. You should absolutely feel free to put whatever you want on the Krait and fly it however you prefer. What I've found is, despite its popularity with 4 medium Gauss cannons, the Krait actually handles best with 2 medium and 2 small Gauss cannons. The reason for that being twofold. First of all, the Krait Mk2 will heat spike if you fire 2 medium Gauss cannons on the same trigger. Not by much, but it is enough to get hit if you're close enough. The second reason is that even the mighty Class 7 power distributor of the Krait Mk2 cannot power 4 medium Gauss cannons at their full fire rate. You will inevitably drain your distro, resulting in heat spikes again. 2 medium and 2 small Gauss cannons, however, work just fine, even at full fire rate. The other thing that I've learned in flying the Krait Mk2 is that it is an obligate boost orbiter. The ship just will not orbit unless you put it on boost, but its very short boost cycle is actually quite easy to manage. And with its super large power distributor, you can keep boost on for pretty much any amount of time you want. It takes some adjustment to shift from a normal non-boosted orbit to a fully perma-boosted one. However, once you get the hang of it, it's actually extremely effective. The reason being that if you're boost orbiting, it's exceptionally unlikely that your orbit will stall and that you will get hit. I found it usually easier in the Krait Mk2 to avoid damage than even in the extremely popular Chieftain. The downside of boost orbiting for me is that the ship becomes very twitchy when on boost, and it's harder than on the Chieftain to get the same precise aim required to snipe hearts in a boost orbit configuration. Oh, and don't ask me about the build of the ship. Since I was just trying it out, I left optional internals completely blank, except for the convenience of Super Cruise Assist and a docking computer. And even then, it still has twice as many hit points as my Eagle, so can't really complain. So net-net, I think you'll find me flying the Krait Mk2 a lot more in the future. What's your experience flying the Krait Mk2? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like me to make more videos like this one.